Hello and welcome again to Sullivan's Farm. We're back out. This wasn't the plan. We're back out where I was showing you the new water truck is going in the last video, where we couldn't find the water pipe that was already buried under the ground that I was hoping to tee into to connect up this water truck. What I had resigned to doing was to find a pipe over here where it's going out across a ditch into the next field, tee into that and bring back another pipe to bury on top of the ground. So I put a picture of myself bringing out the water pipe earlier out into this field, and I threw it up on Twitter, said what I was going at, and somebody commented, Tomas Jackson I think was the man's name, so we're going to blame him, and he said no, what you want to do is this: get two little pieces of high tensile wire, I don't know if you can see them there like that, bend them at 90 degrees and walk out to where the water pipe is roughly buried, and as you walk across the water pipe something's going to happen and the wires will cross. And I said, no, I don't believe in that kind of pishogery. That's not going to work. I'm not into water divining. But it's Friday. It was Friday. And I thought, do you know what? The sun is kind of shining. I'm in a good mood. Why don't we give this thing a go? And then this is what happened. Right, we'll give it a lash. Can you see the wires there? Held close enough together. Not touching, held loosely as per the instructions. And pipe's buried on the ground someplace as I walk down, so I'm going to cross it and we'll see if anything happens then. So that's what happened the first time I tried it. I was laughing because I was kind of surprised and delighted and embarrassed all at the same time, but I didn't want it to be just an accident or me kind of subconsciously doing anything. So I walked over and back where I knew the pipe was buried a couple of times, and I crossed it, and it happened every time. So the next job then obviously was to just put the water truck in place, put a couple of stakes on either side of it, and we'll turn on the water there now in a minute. All going well. But obviously, things never go straight forward. So the weather has really messed things up yesterday, and the heavy showers earlier today again. And I think they're giving more for tomorrow. The thinking behind letting the heavier cattle down here into the wetter part of the ground a couple of days ago was that the covers were too heavy for the calves, and I took a chance that the store cattle would get through it a bit better. But I don't know if you can see it there now. They've been eaten with 5 mouths, as they say. This is when their hoofs turn into a mouth as well, and they've trampled a whole load of it into the ground. But look, it was a chance we took, and it didn't kind of work out. But sure, look, you live and learn, and sometimes there's no lessons to be learned. So we're going to leave them into this side now, and all going well. They won't trample too much of that. But sure, look, it's just the way it goes, and obviously nothing went straight forward with the water when it was connected either, but we'll go back and look at that now in a minute to see if we can fix that. The issue, to my amateur eyes, was that the ball cock bar was too short, and the ball cock wasn't rising far enough to cut off the water coming into the tank itself. Thankfully, I managed to find one with a longer bar in the shade, just randomly. Very grateful to have found that. And then 10-15 minutes later, we were back to this scenario. Thankfully, as it was getting dark on a Saturday evening. So that was the 2-day water job. Eventually done and dusted. Not before time. The lesson learned, I guess, really for me is to do water jobs early in the week and preferably start them in the morning, not on a Friday afternoon and on a Saturday morning when there's a full fixture list of young lads training and matches on that Saturday afternoon as well. And you're into the middle of October and it's getting dark and cold and all that kind of carry on. So that's pretty much it. I guess I was very lucky to find the ball cock in the shed. If that wasn't in there, I'd be telling you a very different story at the moment to close this. Not the end of the world. The poaching was really more kind of stamping the grass into the ground, and I think some of the regenerative lads would tell you that's supposed to be good for the soil. So we're looking for the positives. Probably lost a couple of days grazing, but sure, look, that's not the end of the world either. It just means housing the cattle is brought forward by a couple of days. And I guess, again, what's happened in the meantime is that kind of plan has been adjusted and updated as well. And I'll show you in the next video here. They're there, happy as Larry. All they like is a bit of dry weather as well. But yeah, housing is brought forward a little bit and a little bit closer than was the plan. But sure, look, thanks again for watching. And if you have any comments or any ideas or you want to subscribe, click on the buttons below and all that carry on. And sure, look, we'll talk soon. Good luck.